We often work with organisations that need help shaping and defining their identity to instill a growth mindset or overcome communication challenges between certain departments. In the past, we've sometimes faced a degree of resistance when it comes to setting a shared vision or defining the fundamental values of the organisation. They would say things like,
"Aren't visions and missions just fluff?"
And we would say, "They give your people a sense of purpose. They know what you're working towards." They would say,
"We don't just want to come up with some values for the website and then not do anything else with them."
And we would say, "Values aren't for the website. They shouldn't be a marketing tool. They should be for internal use to help you define the expected behaviours of the organisation." They might say,
"But we know what we expect from each other. Is it really important to write it down?"
To which we might say, "As the organisation grows, that common understanding can be diluted or lost. The culture fragments. It can lead to silo mentalities so that communication becomes restricted to within teams rather than across the organisation." Such resistance often comes down to not understanding how the various pieces fit together. When this happens, it's useful to refer to the Corporate Brand Identity Matrix, as published in the Harvard Business Review in the January-February 2019 edition. Developed by Stephen Greyser and Mats Urde, the Corporate Brand Identity Matrix provides a useful framework for considering how the organisation is perceived by those both inside and outside of the organisation. The matrix consists of 9 boxes. At the heart of the matrix is brand core. This represents the essence of the brand, often encapsulated in a single phrase as a delivery promise. It is reflected in all other components of the matrix. The brand core is both internal and external, as it will underpin how the organisation operates and how it is perceived. Core values sit within this box. They are internal, as the organisational values should shape behaviours and communication, whilst providing a reference point for decision-making. They are also external, as the decisions we make and how we conduct ourselves will influence how we're perceived by others. The other 2 elements that sit in the middle row are expression, how we communicate with others, and personality, how we behave towards others. As they underpin many of the interactions in these other 2 elements, the matrix also highlights the importance of having clearly defined values. Values are also a fundamental component of culture, the culmination of how we work, how we behave, and our attitudes. Culture sits in the bottom row, creating the foundation of the organisation, together with the mission and vision, those things that engage and inspire the people within the organisation, and competencies, those things that we do well or can do better than the competition. These are the internal elements of the corporate brand identity matrix. The external elements appear across the top row of the matrix, consisting of the value proposition, the distinguishing idea behind our offering to customers and stakeholders, relationships, how we intend to engage with those customers and stakeholders, and position, where we want to be in the market that we operate in, and how we want our key customers and stakeholders to think about us. By considering each of the 9 elements of the matrix, we're able to see how they relate to each other. This is particularly important when it comes to the key elements of strategy, communication, competition, and how well our values and culture resonate with others. The stronger the links, the more cohesive, and therefore stronger the overall brand. Of course, whilst the original work was concerned with the definition and alignment of brand identity in large corporations, we believe that the corporate brand identity matrix can also be used within smaller organisations to help shape and define a coherent approach to business development. This allows the organisation to explore, understand, and create the linkages needed to be successful, enabling growth whilst avoiding the common pitfalls often associated with business expansion.